11-9-75 the Pies, 17-8-110 the Giants ran on with it in the end.
But I looked at the weather report. You had gusts. This is actually what we're experiencing.
Yep.
There was wind gusts up to 36 miles an hour, and it was a swirling wind.
Up the Pies!
G'day guys, Nate here, coming at you with a review of Collingwood's pre-season game over GWS Friday morning, Bundoora, Tony Sheehan Oval, Latrobe University Park, Sports Park to be exact. If you care about the result of this match simulation, 35-point loss to GWS, Collingwood 75, GWS 110. The result doesn't mean a damn thing. Collingwood, no injuries to report on just yet. It is Friday night as of this recording. You're seeing this video on a Saturday morning, or Saturday at some point, hopefully. As of this recording, no injuries to report back on for Collingwood. So I guess it's a win for us, to be fair. Again, this is not going to be a review or in-depth analysis of this game or the stats or anything like that. There's going to be no or barely any stats involved, to be honest. The stats aren't exactly reliable for these sort of games. The camera work for these games aren't reliable. The streaming on KO, not reliable. The only thing reliable field for this game was Tom Mitchell on commentary. To be fair to myself, though, I did jot down quite a few dot points from this game, particularly who was setting up at centre bounces or centre ball ups, to be exact. There is no more centre bounces. There'll be changes to the ruck rules and whatnot. Interesting to see who's involved, who played well, who stood out. I didn't take any negatives out of this at all. No injuries. Quite a few players only playing a half of footy as well. So for us, there's not a lot to really take out of it. Obviously, there's a few standouts and talking points and whatnot. For the Giants, I think there's a lot more talking points for them. For the Giants to take the positives out of. We're not talking about the Giants. We're talking about Collingwood here. But in terms of the flow of this video, what I'll do is I'll plug my Instagram as well, because I made a post Thursday night with the 26-man squad and also my observations I was going to take out of this game. So straight from my Instagram account to be exact. I'm going to display the full squad that was named from this game, so 26 names to be exact. I'll go top to bottom from player numbers down. So Jordan De Goey, he played a half of footy, played mostly in the midfield. He looked lively. He was fit and firing. Skill execution still needs to be worked on, but that's for everyone involved, to be honest. Brayden Maynard playing a full game, got a corky late in the final quarter. He was stretched in terms of height down back, so it is a worry for us, particularly heading into opening round. Jamie Elliott, full game for him, kicked a couple of goals in the second quarter. Surprised he played a full game. He is a veteran, so got to treat him with respect. But to be fair, Nilbury, side bottom, crisp, also playing a full game. Dan Houston, full game across half back. He took the kickouts, something to observe, I guess. Probably a sign of things to come for 2026. Pendlebury, full game, mostly half back, pinch hitting in the midfield. Kicked a goal as well. Rolls Royce. This was like Rolls Royce on a dirt track. Dan McStay played a half of footy, but he looked pretty good up forward, so one to look out for there. DeMartia played a full game, mostly on the wing or as an outside midfielder. Didn't play any centre bounces or anything like that. I don't think DeMartia is playing opening round or anything like that. Will Parker playing across half back. He looked decent at times. Ed Allen, full game in the midfield. He looked very good, very lively. Kicked a very good goal to end the game as well. Probably the best goal of the game, to be fair. Bit of bias there, but Ed Allen looked pretty good in the midfield. I don't think he'll play full midfield minutes against North Melbourne next week, but it's something to consider. Long-term prospect in the midfield there. Frampton, full game as well. Key defender. I have to double-check that if he played a full game, but I'm very worried about our key defenders, particularly with no Darcy Moore and Jeremy Howe. Ty Prindable also played a full game, midfield and half-back. If I had to change who I think will play for us making their debut opening round, it might be Angus Anderson instead of Ty Prindable. Smith played half a game, key defender. Oscar Steen, full game, held his own in the ruck. Steele, side bottom, full game as well. Not a lot to take out of his performance. Jacob Ryan, full game across half back. Again, not a lot to take out of that performance. Crisp, full game. He played at half back at times, pinch hitting in the midfield. Joel Cochran, full game. he looked good at times, but nothing that really stood out for me to guarantee selection or replace Reef McInnes, barring Reef McInnes being ruled out for any reason. Tim Membry, full game. Charlie West, 5 disposals. Again, I didn't say I was going to mention the key stats, but for Charlie West, half a game. Good at times, but didn't kick a goal or anything like that. McCreary, half a game in the midfield. He looked lively. Hopefully, Bo McCreary pulls up well. Needed this performance or this sort of game through unscathed and go from there. Lockie Sullivan attended centre bounces a couple of times, kicked a goal, mostly across half forward. Jack Buller played a full game, pinch hitting in the ruck. He's going to have to learn his ruck craft as well, because if he's pinch hitting against TDK and Rowan Marshall opening round, that could be exploited. So one to look out for there. Jack Buller not kicking a goal, but he did show presence up forward at times. So I still expect him to make his debut opening round for Collingwood. Club debut to be exact. Harvey Harrison came on late second quarter. He'll need to build on this match fitness. His first game overall, 500 plus days. Do I think he plays opening round? I don't think so, but he just needs to build into match fitness and whatnot. He will return at AFL level at some point, barring any serious injury. I just don't think he'll be opening round. Will Hayes kicked a goal, played a full game. I think he was rotated mostly throughout the game, so not a lot to take out of this one. Angus Anderson, the one that stood out for me the most and stood out for everyone as well for that matter, particularly that tackle on Kieran Briggs to start the second quarter. Spent a lot of time in the midfield as well. So smoky for opening round, one to look out for. And Roan Steele kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, played along the wing and also up forward, and also some decent marks across half back. So one to look out for there. I will make adjustments to my best 23. There'll be a second video coming out in the weekday or next week before our match against North Melbourne. So there'll definitely be some tinkering and changes there for me. But the players that missed out, Lipinski, Quaynor, Josh Dacos, Lockie Schultz, Harry Perryman, Darcy Cameron, Tao Jath, Bobby the Hill, Reef McInnes, Darcy Moore, Swadling, Nick Dacos, Zach McCarthy, Jeremy Howe, Noah Howes, Jai Saxena, Ned Long, and myself coming home from work after 5 o'clock. Probably a good reason why I was in the office as well, because if I was at home watching this, I would have been distracted for 2+ hours. Just in regard to the game as well, 3 25-minute quarters, no time on, so 25 minutes, siren to siren. And then the final quarter was split in 2 periods, 12.5 minutes, siren went, 4-minute break, and then 12.5 minutes to end the game. So not sure why that was the case. There was not really any match-based simulations or anything like that. It was a proper full game. Chance to test the waters and whatnot. It's a vibe check. It's an eye test. So again, for me, and I know we lost this game, so that's why I'm saying the result doesn't matter. If we play like this against North Melbourne, then I'll be a little bit concerned. But again, it's a vibe check. Good vibes out of this game for me. But if we play like that against North Melbourne, the inside 50 entries was a bit of a concern. Our height down back also a concern. Also losing clearances. I don't have the clearance stats and whatnot, but got to improve in these areas and whatnot. I think we'll be fine. Just the 10 observations I was going to take out of this game. The first observation, our key forwards, McStay, West playing half a game, and Buller and Membry also playing. You don't expect all 4 to play at the same time. You expect 1, possibly 2 to miss out. And I'm still going to be tinkering about our best 23 on this one. Jamie Elliott also playing. I reckon Jamie Elliott was probably the best of the bunch. He's not a key forward, but you get the picture. Even though Jack Buller looked solid, Dan McStay played well for a half. Charlie West did what he could for a half. It's probably Tim Membry if I had to drop anyone at this point, based off performances. But again, it's an unofficial match sim, so not a lot to take out of it. The second observational point, our draftees. I had Ty Prindable in our best 23. I might have to swap that with Angus Anderson, the standout of this game. But yeah, I wasn't buying into this Angus Anderson as a bolter or a smoky for opening round, but I think that's going to change. He'll definitely be as depth listed in my best 23 for that second video. That's at the very minimum for him at this point. Third talking point, fitness for Bo McCreary and Dan McStay, both playing a half. I was impressed by both. Hopefully they're playing the Amy Community Series against North Melbourne, 3 quarters or more, and then we go from there. The halfback flank, the fourth talking point, particularly for Dan Houston, who took the kickouts for this game. The Giants were very accurate, so not a lot to take out of that. We weren't rebounding or intercepting as much. Dan Houston, though, looked solid across halfback. Nothing stand outish or anything like that. Will Parker looked solid as well. Scott Pendlebury playing across half back. Crisp at times across half back. Prindable at times across half back. But not really a lot to take out of it. Oscar Steen in the ruck. The new ruck rules in effect, for that matter. I wonder if the new ruck rules is going to exploit us. It does look like the ruck combinations will be back in vogue, and we don't really have a proper ruck combination. We did have it with Cameron and Cox. Cameron and Steen, it could work. We might have to take out two key forwards for that matter. But Jack Buller in the ruck, pinch hitting. I'm a little concerned by that, particularly against St Kilda. Might not be their key forwards. It might be their ruck combination that exploits us. Even though of St Kilda's game against the Gold Coast Suns, their forwards might kill us. But again, pre-season, just don't want to panic just yet. Probably the biggest talking point or observation that's going to be the most concern for us is our key defenders. We were exploited for height against the Giants. Kieran Briggs, 4 goals. Nick Madden kicking goals. Riccardi kicking goals. And Riccardi playing well, pinch hitting in the ruck. So, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned by that. No Reef McInnes and also Darcy Moore out with injury. Jeremy Howe out with injury. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried with our key defenders. Jordan DeGoey, 7th talking point, played a half a footy. He looked lively. He looked fit, ticking all the boxes. Just that disposal use to improve on. But again, everyone can improve on that. The 8th talking point, our depth players. Harvey Harrison returning. He'll need more match fitness to build on. Roan Steele, solid along the wing, up forward, and Will Parker across half back looked decent as well. No other depth players to talk about. The game plan and tempo, the second last talking point. We're still fast by hand. We're slow by foot. I think we're more methodical by foot in this game, but again, it's not a lot to take out of. We didn't use the corridor at all. The only time we used the corridor was 7 bounces, ball ups, or whatever. And the final talking point was how we would respond to the Giants' run and carry game, the Orange Tsunami. Match simulation, the effort still needs to be there. We were sloppy at times in defence, and also we were barely able to contain their run and dash game. But match sim, we take on the Giants round 3, so after our bye, end of March. So 5 or 6 weeks away against the Giants again. But as far as this game goes, look, there's no real major negatives to come out of this game. No one's injured as of this recording. And then we'll go into our game against North Melbourne next week. Probably the full strength squad, barring 1 or 2 players missing out for whatever reason. And then we go from there. Well, that's all for this video. Again, it's not a review. It's just talking points and observations. What were your thoughts, observations, and whatever? Just don't take the result into account too much. Don't take it personally or anything like that. I'll leave your comments below what your thoughts from this game, observations, key talking points and whatnot. I'll leave you guys all to it. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Be well, be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Up the Pies.
Up the Pies!